This is Terror House Radio with Matt Forney and Bryden Proctor.
Yeah, welcome to a Terror House Radio, episode number 50. I'm Matt Forney, your charming and loquacious host, and the founder and editor-in-chief of Terror House Press. Joining me, per usual, is my co-host and producer, Bryden Proctor. How you doing, Bryden?
I want to put a kibosh on the how you doing, Brydens, because it's like, you know, do you go up to fucking blind people and be like, seen any good movies lately? Like, I'm upset, Matt. I'm upset. I'm sad.
Okay, I'll just ask you if you've seen any good movies lately.
No, I haven't, because they don't make them anymore.
Played any good video games? Read any good books?
No, everything is just fucking gay sex simulator. That's what it is. And that would be funny if the first time. But no, I mean, everything is shit. It's always going to be shit. You know, the only books that I fucking read now are 150 years old.
Like what?
I'm doing On the Genealogy of Morality by fucking Freddie Nietzsche. And that's pretty good. But, you know, give me a break. All the good books are 150 fucking years old, dude. I mean, everything is shit.
Yeah.
We got a woman here, by the way, dear listener.
Yeah,
I'm not a woman.
I should probably introduce. Yeah, our guest for this program is all of you probably know who she is. Eris, Elizabeth Victoria Aldrich, author of Ruthless Little Things, and Eris, welcome to the show.
Thanks. It's so great to fucking be here and not in jail.
Yeah, I guess a podcast is a definite upgrade from jail. I mean, Bryden might beg to differ, but
life is a jail, man.
You know what? You just gotta. I like you, Bryden. You're miserable. I can vibe with that.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. You're here for an hour or so I guess good.
Yeah.
Okay, so. One thing I'm curious about is what was that thing that I was messaging you, Matt, about? Like,
you messaged me about a lot of things. I mean, you're gonna have to specify here.
All right, so everyone is getting in trouble. Everyone is getting in trouble, like those sexual scandals for being like a creepy old man. Here I am, like, I literally like stabbed someone and I haven't gotten canceled. I think there's a gender thing going on.
No.
Here.
You know what it is? And you're going to hate this, but it's probably true. You're not as important as Cat Williams is. Sorry. No. That's it. Go punch a Walmart employee. You're fine. Nobody fucking knows or cares.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I don't mind not being important.
Oh no, wait though. I mean, if you ever are, everything. You know, did you kick a girl in the shin in the third grade? Because that'll come back and get you.
No.
Well, I mean, you know, you said you stabbed someone. I mean, you know, that's kind of I think more that ranks higher. I think on the list of like bad things than kicking someone's shin in the third grade.
Well, all I'm saying is like, oh yeah, like everyone who has not been canceled is in a constant state of pre-cancellation. So, yeah, if you ever do anything of like, you know, you ever think you're clawing ahead or anything, guess what? All the crabs in the bucket are going to grab you and be like, did you know that she stabbed somebody? It could be 50 years from now.
Well, I mean, shit.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah. You know, and 50 years is kind of optimistic. I mean, in 50 years, we'll all probably we'll all either be living in pods or we'll be living in Fallout world.
Like all I'm really saying is like, don't worry, Eris. That's
no
coming
one
to
cares.
you. No, it's coming to you. If you ever accomplish anything where you think like, oh, I finally made it, I'm doing good, you'll get yours. Don't worry, it's coming to you. So it just hasn't happened yet.
That's so comforting. Thank you.
But yeah, I mean, you've had a pretty interesting past few months, Eris. It's but it's good that you're back with us. It's good that you're back with us to share your wisdom with the world.
Yes, my wisdom is don't stab people.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good maxim to have.
Also, don't enter your home with knives, with someone else's knives. Don't enter your ex-girlfriend's house with someone else's knives.
Or probably any knives, really. I mean,
because that was a dumb thing for that person to do.
Yeah. Probably just keep the knives in the kitchen. It's probably a good rule for everybody. Or camping. Maybe you need a knife, but intent with knives.
I don't know. I mean, I used to carry around a knife. It served me pretty well.
You always struck me as the type of guy that would carry around a sword.
Well, I can't fit a sword in my back pants pocket. Now, this is something I got for free on my old blog. Like a guy, he invented something called I won't give the name out. Maybe they're no longer in business. It's like this knife that you can attach to your belt buckle, and you can just pull it out. It's like it's not a particularly big knife, but like it's. You can fit it between, your first couple of fingers there, and just for a quick parry action. I never actually used it, but it was nice to have. But when I went to Europe, I left it behind because I was pretty sure that having that thing would get me in trouble at customs.
I don't really understand what it is that you're talking. It was on your belt buckle, and then it would what?
Let me send you a picture this time.
Okay.
Maybe you can visualize it a bit better. But yeah, it was like this weird fucking utility slash actually, you know what? I'll fucking get the name out. It was called Talon Knife, and I just Googled it, and the only hits are for Counter-Strike Global Offensive. So
I like the spider knives.
Spider knives.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not. What's a spider knife? I'm not.
It has a little
expert.
spider thingy on it.
Is it literally just a knife with a picture of a spider on it?
No.
Jesus fucking Christ! It is. I guarantee it.
Look up spider knife. Something will come up.
Yeah, and it's knives with pictures of spiders on them.
All right, so I also have some wisdom after talking to various people who. My bunkie in jail stabbed her husband, so we got along great. And apparently the week that both of the weeks that we got arrested or whatever, we had both taken the cheaper Plan B that you can get at Target and not actual Plan B. So I think, just saying, next time you guys don't use a condom or whatever and you have to use that, just don't fucking cheap out and use the Target shit. You might get stabbed, okay?
Yeah. So buy cheap, pay twice. That's the eternal wisdom. But yeah, the bonding thing is kind of. Well, I mean, when you're in a situation like that, you find all kinds of weird things to bond over, I guess.
Oh, absolutely. And jail is weird because I met two people who had a daughter named Essence.
Okay.
There were lots of Eris. When I was arrested, I knew the arresting officers' birthdays. I guessed, and I was off by a day, and that was like, oh no, yeah, that's my partner. So,
ooh, that's some pretty impressive stuff there. Yeah.
What? That she's almost psychic?
But yeah, I mean, almost psychic. Almost psychic is good enough, It
doesn't help. It doesn't stop the bad things from happening.
Yeah. Yeah, how about a psychic that's just like, I'm pretty sure something is going to happen on 9/12/2001.
Oh yeah, like I was sure something was going to happen. That's what, like, the day beforehand, I did like all this stuff like to make sure my Gmail account was safe, etc., etc.
In 2001? Oh no, you're talking about before your thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What happened with your Gmail account? What, was someone trying to like hack your shit or something?
Oh, I put like, hey, if I was gone for 90 days to message these people, and the message was like, hey, be dead.
If I'm gone for 90 days, launch the nuclear missiles.
You hit a dead man switch is what it is. That's usually reserved for like train conductors and CIA agents. But yeah, I guess maybe looking back, I mean, not to dive too deep into your whole deal, I don't know you at all. But I had a couple of espressos this morning, so I'm a little do you think maybe that was might have been a kind of a build up to that? You're making a dead man switch the day before you have a episode, I guess.
Well, like, I'm friends with tweakers. They're all paranoid and terrible. Yeah. Everyone is like, oh my, like, well, I was accused of gang stalking one time, and I'm like, you think I have friends? Like, come on.
Yeah, gang stalking when you don't have friends. It's kind of like a one-man DDoS.
Exactly. Like, I'm not so powerful.
It's not gang stalking. It's just regular run-of-the-mill stalking. Now, open your blinds.
Yeah, I mean, computer security is, very important, and, all that. You definitely don't keep your passwords in a plain text file on your computer. Not that, anyone here would do such a thing. Make sure you have two-factor authentication on, and if you vanish, within 90 days, send out all the messages that informing people that you're probably dead. It's all very normal stuff.
No,
it's a good idea. Very good idea.
No, Matt, who the fuck are you sending messages to if you're fucking dead? Who the fuck? It'll just be like, Matt hasn't been online for 90 days. I guess the cartel got him. What? People would know, who are you sending messages to? I promise, I won't even leave a fucking note. All right? I'm done. And it'll be like, I guess he just went into the woods and hung himself. I'm not leaving a note.
I would send notes to everyone I've had this thought, already.
It's a wonderful parting gift. But yeah, I have actually pondered this question. When I was in lockdown in Albania, I constantly had the thought.
You went to Albania in jail?
No, I didn't go to Albania in jail.
No, it was a bathhouse.
The Corona lockdown.
There were still handcuffs.
But I kept asking the question, if I jumped off the balcony, how long would it take for people who I care about to find out that I was dead? Because I didn't know anyone there. The police, I'm sure would, someone would see the body, they'd mop it up, they'd throw it, maybe they'd check my apartment and find my passport, might get a notice in the paper, but would anyone know? I'm not sure if they would.
Your parents would find out. As far as people on the internet, it would take a while. I would literally just assume that you vanished and were done, or were kidnapped and trafficked into some weird thing. And I'd be like, I don't know what happened to Matt. We talked a lot, and then he just vanished. And I'd be like, oh, that's pretty much par for the course for internet friends. This is something I tell people all the time on the streams. Is one of these days I'm gonna log off for the last fucking time, and we'll never fucking see each other again. That's everybody. That's the nature of internet friends, right? So, it's true, Eris. You know that. How many people have you known that have logged off and then you've never heard from them again? Nobody's like, I will no longer talk to you. That's the beauty and wonder of the internet. Is that's how these conversations go. Is you can walk away from conversations like you can't in real life, and that's why I prefer internet friends. Because I'd be like, I had things to do. No, I didn't. I just got bored talking to your ass. But that's somebody will log off. The sad thing you'll see on Steam, somebody hasn't logged in for 4 years or whatever, and you're like, fuck, we used to play TF2 all the time. It would take a very long time.
Then if they're doing that, they're probably able to get the achievement from the Stanley Parable where you have to not play it for 7 years. So maybe they're just working on that, man.
There's that. Or people just die usually.
Yes, people. Okay, so it's kind of funny. The two people that I've met through LiveJournal have died, and it's LiveJournal. Anyway.
Ugh. Boo.
Yeah, I met when I was hitchhiking years ago. I met a woman from Wisconsin who talked / bragged about how all of her exes were dead, and she was like, I was like 24. She was like my age. She's like, oh, one of my exes, he died in Iraq, another one died in a car crash, and I'm like, lady, you've got like the mark of Cain on you.
Or she was just lying for attention, because that's what 24-year-old women do.
I mean, well, these were like rainbow gathering hippies. So I don't know.
No. Hippies are evil. Hippies are absolutely evil people. You got to remember, hippies are not these nice people that make themselves out to be, because at the end of the day, they're still drug dealers.
Well, I mean, these guys, they took me from like St. Cloud, Minnesota, all the way to Fargo, North Dakota. The first thing they did after spanging $100 off a Christian trucker from Oklahoma was buy pot with it. So yeah, you have a point there, Bryden.
Hippies are not great people, man. Reagan was right. Reagan was right about the hippies. Not so much about California, but he was right about hippies.
So, Bryden, you don't do drugs?
Not anymore, no. It's not from a lack of want. It's more. Where do you meet these people? I don't have anything in common with non-drug dealer people. How am I supposed to have anything in common with fucking drug dealers long enough to have some type of a conversation about like buying drugs? I'll just stick to drinking fucking beer.
No, I mean, like, I agree. I think drugs are great. I think just the people they have to talk to get them are terrible.
Yeah, they're drug dealers, Because you got to think, it's like, oh, you got enough spirit to start a business, but not a legal one. It's a dumb path.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind drugs, but I don't do them anymore. In part because, I couldn't buy drugs to save my life. A friend of mine, who Eris also knows, tried to teach me the method to, meet drug dealers. At a certain train station in a certain midwestern city, but as he put it, like, dude, you look way too much like a cop. They're never going to sell to you.
Was it just seriously like, there's a black guy, go ask him?
No, there was a very specific code for it. Like, in I won't say the city. In this particular city, in order to test if someone would sell you drugs, like, you'd go up to him and ask them, will you serve me? And like,
What?
yeah, it sounds flamingly gay, but that is the thing you had to say at that particular time. Maybe they still do it, maybe they don't. I don't know. But it's like, if you don't say that, that's like, that's the open sesame of drug transactions.
Okay, so in jail, the open sesame of drug transactions is fucked up teeth. Like, so on December 17th, I fainted and I landed on the cement and I like chipped 3 of my front teeth. And as soon as I did that, offers for drugs were everywhere. It's just like, and then like I had a drug dealer named Cha Cha. Like, who the fuck does that? Like, and then this other girl like tongued her pills. She was missing a tooth. So if you ever need drugs in jail, just fuck up your teeth. People will offer them to you.
Wow, that sounds fucking terrible, Eris. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Well, just get punched in the face, and you'll have all the drug offers you can stand.
Oh, I mean, I got in a fight too, but like I started it and I kept my mask on the whole time.
Yeah, did they made you wear the mask the whole, like, when you're going about your day-to-day business and all of that?
Yeah, they get pissed if you don't.
Huh.
But like they're all like really loose and like they don't do shit, man.
Well, I always thought about that. I mean, jails aren't exactly a place where you can easily socially distance. I mean, like, was this jail like, did you have like a bunkmate? Did they force people to socially distance by giving them individual cells? Is like everyone in solitary or whatever?
Well, I was in like a solitary kind of thing for like 2 weeks and maybe more than that, maybe months actually, because of COVID, and then me just being like, I don't want to fucking be with anyone. I like, leave me alone. And then my clinician was like, you're gonna go to MOH, which means I wouldn't be handcuffed all the time. So I was like, fuck it, give me a roommate. I don't want to be, this is terrible. So that's when I met Heather, the woman who stabbed her husband, and she's great. I love her. I miss her.
Okay. Well, two things. One, they handcuffed you and threw you in a room by yourself.
Oh yeah, so I went to crazy person jail. I wasn't in general population. So you just you come out of your cell. You're handcuffed to a table so you can watch TV. You're handcuffed to the telephone if you want to use the telephone. And that's when they let you out. And yeah.
So it's basically like being 5150'd.
I guess I've never been 5150'd, oddly enough.
Yeah, I guess. Well, you kind of got the upgrade of whatever it is, I guess. That's fucking terrible. That sounds awful. I'm sorry.
Well, no, it was so much fun. I get.
When are you going back then?
People.
I don't. That sounds fucking terrible. What are you talking about? It was fun.
Well, I'm a weirdo, man. I mean, you didn't. There's no internet.
We've established that. I just don't see how being handcuffed to a table and then is a fun place.
Well, I mean, that's annoying because then you have to be like, "Hey, deputy, I need to pee." But one time someone just peed in a cup. It was really funny. Yeah.
Were the guards abusive? Because I've ever been to prison myself.
No, the guards were great, and they have to deal with being objectified all the time because each deputy is I don't know how many people are in a modules. Every deputy is someone's imaginary boyfriend. So they have to go by each fucking cell, kind of flirt a little, just to keep everyone at bay from not starting a horny riot.
Horny Riot is the best band name.
and we now have a title for the show, Horny Riot.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes. So yeah, my favorite deputy was Deputy Garcia, and I immediately had a crush on him after I saw him mace two girls, because then I just imagined him blowing his load everywhere.
What the fuck? Two things. One, why'd he mace those chicks? Two, what the fuck is wrong with you? I hate fucking anything that moves that has a vagina. I'm not into. Oh my god, it's so annoying. Why would you say women fucking love violence, and then they'll be like, you're the worst people. You're literally the worst fucking people.
Yes, I completely agree, Bryden. I completely agree.
God damn it. Can you imagine what society would be if there was none of this fucking, those fucking cunts ate the fucking apple and screwed us all, and then they're like, we have wars over this shit. This is fucking awful.
No, every awful girlfriend that anyone's ever had is in jail, and I had to meet them. But okay, so what were the questions again? One, why?
Why the fuck did they mace those people? Yeah.
Oh, because there was a huge. Okay, so Mars was in Eris, and everyone was fucking fighting. You and I got into a fight just for the fun of it.
No. Stop for a fucking second right now. Did you just fucking astrology at me?
Yeah, Bryden, what you're saying?
Jesus fucking Christ.
He's I don't know the signs.
Virgo, September 17th.
Mm.
Ooh, yeah, tell me what that means. Oh, I'll bet it's something profound and vague.
Oh, no, I have no idea.
Mars was in Eris. Mars is in the fucking sky, and even that is debatable.
Oh my god, there are lots of pregnant people in jail. There are lots of people in wheelchairs in jail. There's a girl with Down syndrome in jail.
What?
I'm just what the fuck did she do to get in jail? Did she do something at Disneyland? Fuck.
She stole candy. Stick 'em up. I swear to God, I'll put a trigger on you.
All right, so Bryden, since you are so not grossed out by anything I say, I want to let you know I also bought a jail dildo.
Okay, I don't know where you got the idea that I wasn't grossed out by everything you said. I'm extremely fucking not.
I know it's so fun. Gross you out.
You bought it? How do you know it was sanitary?
Well, because you can put a new glove over it.
No. In a pandemic, no less.
What a jail dildo? Was it like an actual dildo, or was it like a handmade dildo, like the equivalent of a prison shank?
It was handmade. It was like it was braided by the sheet. It was braided by sheets, and everyone called it dilly.
Weren't you? Wait, what do you mean everyone? This is a communal thing. Also, weren't you only there like 3 or 4 months? You can't just deal with it for 3. You can't just go, oh, okay, well, I'm in fucking jail. I'll just, have some self-control.
Bryden, I couldn't deal with it. I got off drugs. I had to have something.
I don't know, peace of mind? That's what you should have. Maybe you should sit in silent contemplation and reflect upon your actions?
I did that.
I don't know. I mean,
I
not
was
much.
a Bible freak for a good month.
Just talk about
that. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I mean, if people get horny in jail, there's nothing else to do. I mean, it's all these straight dudes go in there and they have gay sex. I mean, which gets to the funniest / sickest story of prison brutality I ever heard of. I read this years ago. There's a warden who was at a prison, I think in Alabama, and they had just gotten maced for like the first time ever. And in one of the cell blocks, there was like a couple of dudes, whose cells were crossed away, and then they were lovers. And one of them would stick his ass out in the the slot where they put the food in, to show to his lover so he could jerk off. And one of the wardens decided to take the mace and spray the dude's naked butthole with it.
Wow.
Get me out of this fucking world, dude.
I mean, that's sick, but it's also very funny.
Well, what
just,
the fuck else? What else are you gonna do if you're walking by? You're just imagine like these detention officers and things like that. They're just doing their job like anybody else. You're going about your day. Like I've never been in the office having to go about my day and then look over at the some fucking window and just see an asshole. Like. Besides my old manager, am I right? Waka waka. But no, for real. Like I would imagine that would be annoying.
You haven't been to a peep show?
No. I've seen Creep Show. That horror movie is good. The second one's pretty good too.
Yeah.
Okay. Also on the bus, because you have to go on the bus to court. Well, sometimes like it's co-ed. And there are these little like circles in the bus, circle thingies, like instead of bars, they're.
What?
Does it make sense?
No.
Like, okay, so there's a sheet of metal.
Writer? Can you be descriptive?
I haven't had coffee yet. I haven't even gone to the bathroom yet.
Glad you've got the best fucking foresight, Eris. I gotta say.
I'm just imagining it looking like something out of Deus Ex with like all the fucking circles. It's some sci-fi prison.
No. Okay, so on the bus, there's a sheet of metal everywhere, and it has circles in it. And one of the guys I've seen someone get their dick sucked through the circle on the bus.
That is like, I think that might be a Dudes Rock moment. I'm not sure. But I think I know what you're talking about. You're talking about like the thing they transport like horses in. If you see like so it's like a big sheet, and then it's got like oval type holes in it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I did not know that I was in a horse bus.
Yeah. It seems like it.
Makes sense.
Weirdly symbolic moment there.
Yeah. Okay, so
the fuck is that? Is that you peeing? What the hell is that?
No, that's the water so I can make coffee. Now I'm about to pee. I'm gonna mute myself.
I have I mean, Bryden and I had this conversation before about peeing during podcasts, so.
Oh, I pee every podcast. But that's when I'm like, hey, Matt, time to do Terror House News. And I go and take a leak. And then I come back and you're talking about some dumb books or whatever. Apparently, Matt, did you know that actually Terror House is a book publishing company?
Well, I was referring to the conversation we had about a year ago on peeing in jars.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that one. Yeah, that's true.
Oh, man, I'm so excited for you because you're moving and you can have, like, physical books now.
Yeah, I'm in Mexico now. I've finally found a place where I can, live without being harassed about masks every other minute. Weather's nice. So yeah, I'm closing in on an apartment, in about a month's time. And, I won't be homeless anymore. That'll be nice. That'll be neat to not have to, carry around 4 fucking, bags full of books from city to city, like the world's most erudite vagrant. It'll be fun. It'll be great.
Erudite vagrant is the best phrase. Oh my gosh.
What the fuck does erudite mean?
Erudite means learned, well-read.
So the exact it's kind of ironic that I didn't know what that meant.
No, I'm glad you didn't know what it meant because honestly, the person who taught me that word is like total like pretentious douche.
Yeah, Matt is a pretentious douche.
Is he? I don't know.
Well, we've had this argument as well. Bryden charged me for not being cultured enough to, read books that everyone read when they were a teenager.
No. See, Matt, here's the thing. You say that, first of all, no, not everybody did. And secondly, isn't Nietzsche, isn't Camus, aren't they all worth a revisit?
Oh, yeah, a revisit, not a visit.
Well, I'm just saying, maybe you should go back and revisit this. Revisit something besides the fridge for pizza rolls.
I did recommend.
Hello.
Can you hear us? Yeah. Bryden was chiding me for not being excited about Nietzsche.
Hello?
But yeah, I could go and check all this shit.
You should. It's fun. And also, Eris, can you hear us now? You keep saying hello. We can hear you. Can you hear us? This is the best fucking podcast.
Yeah.
Hello?
We can hear you. Oh, this is the best fucking podcast.
Oh shit. Okay, hi.
Jesus.
Okay, I missed Nietzsche something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wherever.
Brian's into Nietzsche because he's going through his teenage, Ubermensch stage.
Not at all. I think Nietzsche's kind of a fucking cunt. Thomas Ligotti is the guy.
Oh yeah, Ligotti's pretty good.
Your Carlos Castaneda face?
No.
I'm not familiar with Carlos Castaneda.
The name sounds familiar. Isn't he like some acid guy? I feel like hippies have told me about him.
Yeah, he likes peyote.
Yeah, because didn't he write it was like the Don Juan thing or whatever about like going to the desert or some shit?
Yeah, no one really knows if that guy exists or not. And,
Right.
And the books are weird because he says the word chuckled a lot. And,
Yeah, that was like when I was like 18, 19 doing a bunch of acid. Yeah. Yeah.
Right on.
That sounds like a good book, But yeah, I'm giving you shit, Brian. I'm happy you're actually reading the books I suggested. Especially Ligotti. Ligotti is the fucking man.
That was incredible. Like, seriously, The Conspiracy Against the Human Race is one of the best fucking things I've ever read in my entire life. It's really good.
Oh yeah. Basically, have you read Ligotti, Eris?
No, I have no idea what the fuck you guys are talking about. It's wonderful.
The Conspiracy Against the Human Race is basically, it's a philosophy book about how existence is out to get us, basically. It's fucking incredible.
Yeah, and it's accurate. I think it's right. And I think it's incredible that even, like, he just explains away terror management theory, Sheldon Solomon and the gang. He just kind of explains that away as too fucking hopeful. It's really good. I like Ligotti a lot.
Yeah, terror management theory, the idea, well, Brian can explain it better than I can.
So terror management theory is what me and the guys in the Discord are really on about. Is basically like you're going to die, and everything that we do as far as like a sense of self or any type of it's based on the works of Ernest Becker, but like trying to make anything of ourselves or whatever is just to deter the idea that we are extremely frail and human and going to die. We're just the same as anything else. So we're so scared of death that we do, everything we can to avoid even thinking about it. And that's the basis of like why and how we act the way that we do. It's really
What
good.
about like crazy suicidal people?
Yep, same thing. Like crazy suicidal people, that comes down to an ego thing, and a lack of self-esteem. So a lot of that's like they were early childhood development kind of screwed up or whatever usually, or a lot of stress, things like that. But that just means that they kind of broke. But like killing yourself is an egotistical thing to do.
It is, and every religion is not to do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna start a new one. It's gonna be called. Well, it probably won't last that long though.
Well, not every religion. I mean, the neo-pagans are all on about how suicide can be manly and virtuous.
Yeah, and what about the Muslims? Hold on. Yeah, now that I think about it, that's exactly wrong. Not every religion does that.
It's more of a Christian thing, I would think, and I guess it's present in some Eastern religions. I haven't studied them extensively, but yeah, the Muslims and the neo-pagans are all about the righteous suicide.
Oh, well, I mean, in the Tibetan Book of the Dead, there's a little thing for you to read if you're planning on, like, killing yourself, kind of.
And what's that say?
Just, hey, guide me so I have, like, a good rebirth, et cetera, et cetera.
So it's kind of like how in ritual Shinto they compose death poems before they kill themselves. Oh shit, there's another religion that worships suicide. How could I forget Yukio Mishima, and his commandants doing the suicide after the coup.
Bro, I am definitely born in the wrong fucking country.
See, in the Tibetan Book of the Dead, you can choose where you're born in your next life. So,
oh, the fucking moon.
You got it, man.
That would be sweet. And then, like, also, I want to be on the moon, like, when they like, landed on the moon. That way I can come over and just, like, tackle Neil Armstrong, and then Buzz Aldrin has to go back. He's like, I don't know what happened. It'd be pretty good. That would change the whole world. And in that video would just have me tackling Neil Armstrong.
That's the best. Oh, my gosh. You should make a porn like that.
What the hell is your problem?
I have many. Where do I start?
Well, in the Garden of Eden is really where it starts. But didn't you write a fucking book? Didn't you write a book? What's your book about? Because I'm interested in this.
It's Ruthless Little Things, and it's out now via Expat Press. You can go buy it. But yes, Eris, tell us all about it.
Okay, so it's about drugs and lesbians.
Okay, well.
Fucking sold.
Yeah, okay.
And it doesn't make women look really good because, like, I didn't want them to look good because, women are evil,
So it's not a fantasy novel then?
No. And it's, fuck.
I can compose I haven't read it yet. I will soon, but I can compose a review / blurb / praise of it in halting graphic prose. Eris plunges into the depths of carnal mischief and drug fueled ecstasy. How's that? Is that pretty good?
That's beautiful. I wrote it before I had a really bad drug problem, so there's lots of drug use in it that doesn't really have any. I don't know. It's you using your imagination, and then you went and lived it, I guess. So it was a case of oh no, I didn't use my imagination. I just didn't put meth in it.
Well, there you go. You know what you should do for your next book then? I mean, if you're just going to try to live your books, astronaut or powerful CEO or anything like that, just write a book about that and then go try to live that instead. Functional person. That would be good. That's a good name for a book anyway. Functional person. And it's just like boring as shit. It's like, and he sat at the desk and typed and he was paid a decent salary and he went home and didn't do anything fucking weird.
I think W.H. Auden already wrote a poem about that.
Well, I don't know who that is, and I hate poetry.
Well, Auden sucks ass. He sucks, but he did do it. But someone else could do it better. Someone else can do it better. What am I saying? Auden absolutely sucks ass.
Hey Matt, remember that time I scared the shit out of you by calling that number?
Yeah, that was. Scared wouldn't be the word, but it was like nobody else has that fucking number. Like, no, it's fun. No, it's funny because I reverse Google searched it and it led to some hotel in L.A. and okay, maybe it was just a wrong number. But then you posted the address and it was like, oh.
You're listening
You're
listening to Inside Jokes, the podcast. What are you people talking about?
All right, so I was after I got evicted from my place because my ex-girlfriend is not a great. She was a meth dealer and she needed help dealing her meth, and so she invited someone over, and then that person got into a fight, and then everyone got arrested, and
okay.
I was arrested, but I didn't go to jail because I kept doing crazy yoga in the jail center. So they were like, she can't go to jail. She's too crazy.
That's the life hack, everybody. If you go to jail, just do fucking yoga and they'll let you out. Double homicide, just yoga your way out of it.
Mm-hmm.
When the CIA tries to get me in Mexico, I'll just do yoga and they'll go away.
Oh, are you kidding, man? Yeah. You can't do yoga.
Like, I did mostly the position where it could be like I was almost eating myself out, but not really. Like with my legs over my head.
What the hell is wrong with you? Yeah.
Lots of things.
But anyway, you were explaining how this ended with you calling me on the phone.
Oh, right. So then I was kicked out. So, hey, I need to stay at hotels. And then we stayed at this terrible, terrible hotel. Like jail was nicer, for God's sake, than that hotel. And so I didn't have any Wi-Fi or anything. And I got these books, though, from Terror House. And hey, there's a number on here. Maybe I'll call Matt.
Wait, are you putting your fucking phone number on the back of all these books? Is the entire website just a ploy to try to pick up women?
No. The business, the Terror House Press has a phone number that you can call. I don't publicize it, but you need a phone number for those things, and it forwards to my Skype number, and I guess that explains it. I didn't know it would be printed on the package, but
it was like on the receipt thing.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Everybody call Matt. Everybody. Okay, first of all, see, Matt will love this. Buy a book. I don't care what book. I personally love Benjamin Welton. Okay, whatever. It doesn't matter. Buy any book. Call Matt. I'm serious. Call Matt. Leave messages. Fucking call Matt. We'll play him. I'll play him. I'll play him on the fucking show. He can't stop me. I'm the one that puts the damn thing together. I'll play him.
That would actually make for a pretty funny segment, particularly since I put out the Streamlabs, tips. If anyone had any questions for Eris or me or Bryden, they could send it a Streamlabs tip and we'd answer them. But nobody did that because I don't know, they're cheap or something. But we could do this. Yeah, it would be funny.
Yeah, Niles. He's the one. He's just a guy who listens to the show. and Mather. I always get his name wrong. It's Mather, right?
It's Mather. It rhymes with Blather. I just call him Matt. Mather Schneider, 6 to 6. Go buy that book. It's great.
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah, he did do a book with us. Yeah, good for him. He seems like a good guy.
Yeah, he's a chill dude. He's living in Mexico too. He's got and we've got another book from him coming in June, I believe. Rhythm and Mucus.
Huh. All right. Well, there you go. I'm still anti-book. I think books are stupid. I think that we should actually just start printing T-shirts. We should just be a T-shirt company instead.
We actually do sell T-shirts.
I know, but they're not like ironic fun T-shirts. I want a Terror House shirt. I'll wear that on stream, but I want like ironic, like 1990s throwback ironic, like just crap, like printed on them, just stupid Hot Topic Zoomies style T-shirts. Like I think that's what I want to be when I grow up, is a fucking T-shirt company. Not I don't want to own one. I just want to be a T-shirt company.
Like
Can I give you guys my mugshot and you put a T-shirt on it?
That is a fucking great idea.
Yes. I mean, put it on a T-shirt. I mean, yeah.
That'd be. Oh, we'll do like a jersey, and on the front instead of numbers, it'll have your mugshot, and on the back, it'll just say "whore."
Yes, that's awesome. I love this. Brilliant.
Yeah, you can arrange the royalties, for that.
She's not getting paid shit.
Plus,
I don't want royalties. I just want
that's binding. That's binding. That's binding. She said she didn't want anything.
Yeah. But I still want one of Matt Lawrence's like sweaty shirts.
Yeah, Matt Lawrence, our art director, and the author of the Chronicles of Bran the Barbarian, which is also available through Terror House. I don't think he has any merch yet because it's difficult to get it delivered to Thailand. But we can arrange that. We can arrange the sweaty shirt thing.
Excellent. I've been I was like DMing him because whatever, and I was telling him like, God damn it, I'm trying to like sex this guy, but it's hard to like advertise that I want to blow someone when I'm like missing 3 fucking teeth. And then he like said something about like he said something hilarious like, oh yeah, I know. I can't remember what it was, but it was really fucking funny. Like he was just like make it as white trash as possible.
Oh.
So there was this guy, Ted Kaczynski, and he might have been awful, but he might have been right about a couple things. Not the bombs, but the you're entirely over socialized. That's fucking what the hell, dude.
By the way,
I'm out of jail. I'm gonna be sexual predator that I've always been.
Yeah, she definitely lives up to that. She once sent me a bunch of nudes while I was eating at a restaurant.
I hadn't had clothes on. It was all from the neck up, though.
I appreciate
laundry.
I was appreciative of it, but it's well, I've had people do shit like that, to me, in the past. Actually, I got a funny story. This is in the intro to Forward to Letters from a Heartbroken Pervert, because it relates to that book. Like 5 years ago, the Richard Power, he wrote one of the stories in that book. He originally wrote it for my blog, and I published it there. And a woman in I won't say where, she emailed me out of the blue saying that she read that, and number one, she thought I wrote it, and number two, like she read it and she talked about how she just fantasized about me coming on her face over and over again and spanking her and treating her like a whore. And it was, absolutely full of typos. Like,
ew.
So I emailed her back and was like okay,
that's romantic, and then the typos, God.
Yeah, it read like an Indian wrote it. But I emailed her back and was like, okay, send me a picture of yourself holding up a sign that says Matt Forney is awesome. So like, I know you're real. And I do that with like all the women who I used to do that with women who email me, cause you never know if it's a dude catfishing you. She was the first person.
Another helpful thing is to tell them to make a funny face, because, you can't really Google someone making like a funny face kind of thing. And that.
Yeah. But anyway, she was the first woman who actually responded with a picture, and more than responded. She sent me she sent me 4 emails of nudes.
Wow.
There's the first one with her holding up the sign. She's in her underwear and she's doing a little nip slip. Then she sends a couple more pictures of herself holding up the sign. With her top, with her bra off. Then in the third email, she's all like, I couldn't hold up the sign while taking the picture, so I just wrote it on my stomach. And there's more nudes, and she also misspelled my name. She spelled it Farney instead of Horny. And then in the fourth email, like she scrolled Matt's cum dumpster above her pussy, and she sent me a bunch of pictures of her pussy. And I was like,
did you frame it?
I have shown the pictures to people, but like, anyway, I emailed her and was like, okay, give me your number. I'll cross the Rubicon here. It'll be an interesting story at least. And she wasn't bad looking. She wasn't super hot or anything, but she was skinny.
I like how talking to women is crossing the Rubicon for you.
Yes. Anyway, she emails me back. She's like, "Oh, did you like the pictures? I hope you liked them." It's like I just have this overwhelming feeling. All I can think about is you coming on my face, and I was like, "Okay, yeah, it's cool. Send me your number." And then she just never replied. and just vanish into the ether.
Yeah, women are egotistical pieces of shit, and they do stuff like that because they just want attention. They don't actually fucking. I mean, they're a dog chasing a fucking tire.
I couldn't agree with more.
Well, luckily, it doesn't matter what your opinion is.
Well, I like that.
Oh no! Did she leave on purpose?
She probably just hit the button. We'll keep talking until she comes back.
There you go.
Oh, there she is. Perfect.
Oh God, I didn't do that on purpose. Okay, hi.
But anyway, she said she was saying to her parents, so I'm just assuming that her parents, I like to think that her parents just saw this and took her phone away and made her take her lithium.
I don't like the idea of the fact that she's like living with her parents or something. Matt, it's probably a story you shouldn't tell anymore because you didn't see that bitch's ID.
She said she was 27.
Yeah, okay. Why don't you? Hey, I'm Chris Hansen from Dateline NBC. Why don't you have a seat over there?
And she said she was visiting her parents, not living with them.
No, BPD fucking crazy goddamn bitches. I mean, they're just everywhere. And apparently they write fucking books. I can't write shit. And this fucking cunt wrote a book.
You know what, Bryden? I don't have a driver's license. I have a GED. Let's see, what else do I suck
Well, you wrote a fucking book. I mean, I got a GED. You think I'm just some type of fucking genius? No, I was like, you know what doesn't matter?
You read all
anything
these books
except
with
fucking...
all those bends.
I listened to them. While I was driving.
I've done porn, and then I'm just getting off of like a 10-year stimulant bender. If I can do it, you could do it. I'm like an Everest commercial.
Yeah, that would be the best ever. Like Everest College is just. I used to do pornography. I've been doing meth for 10 years. Like, go to college. Get off the couch. That's funny. I miss those Everest commercials. That black guy just screaming at you to stop being lazy.
Yeah. Yeah, they're so great. God.
Did they go bankrupt? What happened to Everest College?
I guess
permanently closed. Yeah, it looks like they are not a thing anymore.
They probably got sued by the government for ripping people off.
Yeah, it seems like it was probably like, hey, why don't you here, we'll teach you how to code HTML and Flash.
Oh, I've done college consulting work for a lot of people who go to those those online colleges. They're all fucking scams. I've written a lot of essays for black women in online night school on business.
You're amazing.
What I
like
think
you're ghostwriting people's homework?
It's academic consulting, Eris. We have to use the proper terminology. But yes, I've helped many enterprising students with deep pockets and a lack of time or commitment to their education, earn their degrees and go on to successful careers, in nursing and, medicine and the law. I've written enough legal papers now that I think I qualify to actually have a law degree of my own.
That's so encouraging. I wake up every morning and I'm sad. I'm just filled with a deep sadness every time when I wake up. And, it's things like that that just keep me fucking going, dude.
Yeah, the fact that if you get in a car crash, you might be your attending physician might be someone whose papers who used my services.
Yeah, it's just that's good fucking Lord. I don't know how you're supposed to take anything in the world at all seriously, because it seems like everybody else is way better at this faking it bullshit than I am. You're getting Matt Forney to do your fucking homework. You're getting online law degrees and shit. And meanwhile, I'm sitting over here having worked since May going like, I wonder if I'll be able to sell things ever again. Things that I didn't believe in. Yeah, that's great. That's great. When my car breaks down finally, I'm totally screwed. It's meanwhile you got this fucking goddamn nightmare writing books. I'm like staring at a goddamn blank page. This is awful. Everybody is better at this than me, and I hate it.
No, you sound so much fun to hang out with.
I'm not. I'm really not.
No, you sound great. You sound like we could just hate each other.
Yeah,
hate
because I'm only
each
3
other
fucking
and
beers.
other people.
I'm 3 beers in. You give me fucking what the rest of my day looks like by the end? No, it's not. I'm going to be yelling at you going like, you're not even a real person. You're just a puppet. You know, it won't be good. It won't be good. And then I'll be like, let's go do an open mic. Oh, wait, we can't. And then if it was open, I'd go there, bomb like crazy, and I'd be like, you know what? It's those people that are wrong.
Are you single?
Hey, Ryan, is that...
No. I've been dating this broad forever. And even if I was, Eris, no disrespect to you, given the potential for stabbings, I'm not particularly interested. I've dated girls like you before, and it's awful.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I've dated girls like me before too, and oh god, they're terrible.
Just what's that? You know, just like you stare into the void stares back. I mean, you're just a fucking mirror. You are a void.
I am. That's why my favorite band is Hole.
Ugh.
So, okay, why do you think I've gotten away with being a terrible person this long? Like, honestly.
Cute. That's why.
I know.
Because the world is unfair. Like, seriously, like, if you were missing an eye, you'd be fucked.
I've gotten hella laid, even with my fucked up teeth.
Oh,
so.
wow, that's such an accomplishment for a woman.
No, you gotta.
Like, and also, I have to imagine you going around with, like, fucking homeless people. You know, like, it's, you know, that's not an accomplishment. You can't put that on your resume of life.
I mean, are they homeless if, you know, you take them home?
Jesus. Yeah. That's...
Well, I mean, there was that guy in New York City a few years back, the homeless pickup artist.
Dude, that's awesome. And that guy, see, that's something you could put up on a fucking resume. Because that's a guy. Being, like, fucking a bunch as a guy is an accomplishment. As a woman, it's just like a natural state of like, oh, did you just lay there today? Like, did you put a sign out in your front yard? You know, like... Being a woman and getting laid a bunch, I mean, seriously, it's like a fucking yard sale. You just put a goddamn sign up, people walk in. It's easy. You know, don't give me that crap.
Yeah, I mean, especially in the pandemic, apparently it's like super easy to get laid too for anyone.
Is it? I mean, it's nice that people are rediscovering basic human functions.
No. Fauci said it was fine to have weird anonymous sex several months back. Straight up said that it was fine to do.
Wait, he said that?
Oh yeah.
What's weird? What's weird sex?
Like Tinder stuff or Grindr stuff or whatever. But yeah, he was like, yeah, it's not that big of a deal. Wear a mask.
Yeah, I mean, there was that ordinance in San Francisco where it was like, you can't kiss on the first date unless you live together or some shit like that.
What?
Well, lesbians are fine because they move in together as soon as they fucking meet.
Goddamn right. God.
It's like, it just reminds me of when I was still in Serbia, and I was kept up all night by the guy in the unit above me, just fucking his girlfriend really loudly. I couldn't even get mad, even though he was keeping me up, because at least it was normal humanity. Like I almost thought, like in the morning, just like knocking on his door and giving him a high five.
You should have gone up during and been like, dunk, 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 dunk. You want some Gatorade?
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's like the scene. It's like the scene in Rome where like the slave is fanning the two noblemen while they're having sex.
Yeah, I haven't seen that.
It's not a good TV show. Skip it.
I don't know. Some guys fanning two dudes plowing each other. That sounds hilarious.
No. It was a dude. And a lady.
Ah, less funny. It's still kind of funny though.
I did do something like that in college because, like, one year, like, my roommate was staying over with his girlfriend. They decided to start fucking in the in the early morning. Well, they thought I was asleep, so I just I heard them. I didn't say anything to them. I just got up and they suddenly freaked out and pulled the covers tighter.
You should have been doing commentary.
Yes. Like what's that sport guy that does the circles?
So that's all of them, but you're thinking of John Madden.
Okay, yeah, you should have done that.
And he enters with a thrust to the vagina. He's got the stamina. I don't know if he's gonna make it. Is he gonna come too fast, or is he gonna hold out? Oh, she's really enjoying it. Oh no, that's definitely a fake orgasm. Oh, for the touch goal, he pulled out.
The touch goal. I mean, really, what you should have done is just screamed his mother's name.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
Just see how that would work out. Oh god.
I'm going to keep this in mind for, anytime it might be necessary.
Are you like driving a? Where am I getting this background noise from?
Me?
Yeah.
Could be my AC. Let me.
Oh no, don't worry about it. I mean, it's hot as fuck over there, so don't worry about it.
No. Let me just turn it off. Okay.
I figured that would,
Oh shit! Let me just lock myself in my bathroom. Oh, this is much. Oh, so much nicer. Okay.
Well, we're not going to be on here for much longer anyway. But it's that was an amusing part of my college years.
Did you know that broad who got her, that actor broad from Full House who got her kids like into that college shit? She's already out and about and all that crap.
Oh,
she went to prison.
The college cheating scandal?
Yeah. She went to prison for like 2.5 months.
Well, see, that's why we call it academic consulting. And also, the papers that are written for any legitimate firm that writes these papers, they're for practice. What the student does with them is entirely up to them. Therefore, they're for tutoring. They're to help you compose your own work. Hey, man, I've absolved myself of all legal liability.
The fucking world is nothing but... The whole world is Kafka. That's it. It's just this fucking bunch of bullshit. It doesn't make it... It's not fair. There's nothing like... Good Lord. Your own fucking merit doesn't mean anything at all. Your own effort doesn't mean anything at all. I mean, it's all just... Well, I mean, shit, it's a boot stamping on your face forever is really what it is. But, like, only if you're not rich. You know what? It's Black History Month, and I'm going to say that those people got a bad way of things, judging from what I've seen. Now, there's a lack of effort, but...
you know what's weird? In jail, all the black people I met hated Black Lives Matters, and they were Trump supporters.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah. Anyway.
Shit. It's just... Matt, there's nothing that makes me more sad than what you've told me today, besides everything that Eris has told me today.
Thank you.
That you just... I mean, your medical papers, law papers, not jobs that won't, it's like hotel management. It's shit that probably fucking matters and may potentially matter to me in my life at some point. And, there you go. You got people cheating on their... It's a mess. How are you supposed to take it seriously? How am I supposed to look the world in the face and go, yeah, that's fine, let's keep doing this?
I don't think you should look the world in the face and make it come in your eye.
Why does the world come from its face?
That's a beautiful... That's like a Zen thing.
Well, congratulations, Brian. You've had the same revelation many of us had when we were 18, that the world is unfair, that rich people get away from everything, and there's no point to anything.
No.
I didn't think the world was unfair until I saw this girl that looked like a fucking Olsen twin in jail, and I was like, pretty people can go to jail, and I lost my fucking shit.
No. See, here's the thing, Matt. You want to say like, oh, listen, I've known all about these things. It's just nice to hear somebody put them into better words than I can. But you want to say that there's no point to anything, and yet you're still fucking doing things, and yet you still have this sense of identity and like an ego and like all of these things that you probably shouldn't. You need to take a whole bunch of LSD. Is what should happen. These are things that I learned on acid, but it's nice that somebody's putting them into words. But no, I'm sorry, you're still doing things, right? You still wake up in the morning and aren't just filled with fucking overwhelming sadness?
Well, I mean, first off, I already have done LSD, and it was pretty awesome.
Not enough of
number
it.
two. Well, it was admittedly shitty acid. But number two, I have to do things because, like, I kind of have to survive. I have to go to work in order to earn money to pay my bills.
I don't think that's true.
You clearly have never been homeless.
Oh, I've been homeless. It was not great.
Okay, good. So you understand the necessity of making money.
Less and less every day.
How much acid should I do? I've only done acid twice.
Oh, you should not ever do acid.
Why?
You're good. You're fine. Don't fuck with that. You're okay.
Wow, that's the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me, besides when my clinician in jail said, "Hey, you're not actively psychotic."
Yeah, that's what I meant. Definitely.
Like, by the way, if you have the choice between acid and mushrooms, you should do mushrooms.
See, disagree. There's two different types of people: acid people, mushroom people. Mushrooms far too emotional for me. Acid easier right up and down.
I've had this argument with other people.
Have you ever done mushrooms and then had a girl eat your cum?
No. Why the fuck am I getting boners on mushrooms? I'm trying to explore the mysteries of the universe. I'm not really thinking about reproduction.
Well, don't do it because it gives the girl diarrhea, okay? PSA. I'm trying to help everyone out.
You are literally the worst fucking scientist. That's...
Or am I the best?
To answer your question, Eris, I actually did do that when I was on acid. I mean, when I was on shrooms.
What the hell is wrong with both? Why would you do that?
Well, I mean, the shroom thing was like, I had a dose of shrooms that was intended for 2 people, and I also had 2 capsules of Syrian rue, which if you take 1 capsule before about 45 minutes before you take shrooms, it doubles the effect. So I took both. So I took the 2 Syrian rue capsules, and I took a dose of mushrooms that was intended for 2 people. So it was quadruple effect. It was a very lovely evening where my apartment transformed into a giant cathedral. I started ranting about pepperoni pizza. I had a vision of God appear to me in the form of a gigantic jellyfish. I walked all the way I walked all the way to the supermarket because I was hungry. Pushed a cart around in slow motion and left without buying anything. It felt like it took a week to get there and back.
That's amazing.
I eventually got home and made a pizza. I attempted to slit my wrists. And when I woke up in the morning, I had this overwhelming urge to fuck my girlfriend in the ass. I didn't do it, but I didn't do that, but we did fuck.
That's amazing.
No, it's not.
Yeah, and I also couldn't eat I couldn't eat for several days afterwards.
See, that's that everything you just told me. That's the part that I find hard to believe. Yeah,
what?
You're fat. I'm a dick. You're also bald. Fuck you. I'm just mean. You know I like you, Matt.
Well, I mean, it's all the fungi, gave me just permanent nausea.
Yeah, that's what it does. It's fucking terrible. It makes I like to be, yeah. I'm not a mushroom guy.
I mean, I probably wouldn't do that again, but like, I don't regret doing it.
I don't know. You should give that wrist slitting thing a try again.
I mean, like, I can't believe you did that after making pizza. Was it that bad?
It was just an oven pizza. I shockingly managed.
There's no fucking way you ate the goddamn pizza. Everybody, when they're high on drugs or whatever, tries to make food, and then you don't eat the damn food. Like, you didn't eat pizza.
I did eat the pizza.
God, you're a fat fuck.
You know, I used to be a fat cokehead, so there's that.
Of course you did. Yeah. Why wouldn't you? I mean, yeah. Nothing surprised you'd be like, oh, actually, I was born with a tail. I'd be like, yeah, okay, that makes fucking sense.
I've never been a prostitute and I never smoked crack.
So you did it for free.
No. I don't know. Whenever I tell people that, they seem surprised.
No, I will admit I'm a little surprised, yeah. I'm not saying you're a bad person or like anything, a reprobate or anything like that.
Why not?
I don't really believe in like the whole morality thing. I don't really care. They eat dogs in China. I mean, I don't give a fuck. But I am saying that if you moved into my neighborhood, I would alert the neighbors.
Oh no, please don't. I never leave my house except to go to jail.
Yeah.
too. Like.
That's one of the funniest things I've heard for a while. That's pretty funny.
Thank you.
Oh man. yeah. I don't know. You don't seem like a bad enough person, but you stay over there.
Yeah, don't worry.
Don't worry. I legally have to.
Oh shit! I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah, you should probably remember that. It's of the utmost importance, I would imagine. Oh,
yeah. It's been about an hour. You want to let's end on a high note. We'll wind it down because it's been fun. I've had fun
for sure.
Well, I'll do the quick news segment. Heart of the Big Collapse by Godel M. Robert is out now via Terror House Press. Go buy it at our website and on Amazon. And for all the people asking, no, there's no ebook version because the way the book is laid out, that an ebook would be impossible. But you do get to own this beautiful 400-page book with artwork by Matt Lawrence, and it's a hilarious book about a bunch of extremely online right-wing people trying to fight the FCC and failing. It's good. And next week, our next book will be Broken Uterus by Kai Gentan, translated by Xenon, author of With Light and Dust. Great poetry book. It's really, really fun. There's a lot of poems about Mao Zedong's dick in it. And later this month, we'll have Spectres of Saturn by Patrick Kilgore out. That's the news.
Wait.
That's the news. Anyway.
Wait
I love Pat.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Fuck, she left again.
She muted herself or whatever. Oh, yeah. Good job. Very excited to touch the phone, apparently. Where did people... I was going to ask where she got her title for the book from. Where do people get these titles for these books from? Spectres of Saturn or whatever. Where do you get these ideas? Because, I think if I were to ever write a book, I'd probably call it, Bryden's book. Eris is back. Brian was asking where you got the title of for your book, Ruthless Little Things. Where did that come from?
All right. Well, oh God, I was hoping no one would ever ask me this. So, I stole it from this girl from Live Journal.
Seriously, you're my favorite terrible human being. I gotta tell you.
Thank you.
You're definitely entertaining. That shit is fucking hilarious. You're a piece of shit, but you're a good person. You're good in my book.
That means the world to me. Thank you.
Well, I assume titles usually, the title Broken Uterus comes from the fact that that's one of the poems in the book. I'm not sure where Spectres of Saturn comes from, but Heart from the Big Collapse. Well, I mean, that's kind of obvious. The main character is named Harv, and it's about the collapse of society. It depends on the author where the title comes from.
It just seems weird. I don't know where you get these. What do you call anything?
Bryden, you should be a life coach.
Oh, I would lose clients left and right.
That's what you think.
You're like, hey, you could kill yourself,
Well, there's a market for it. My friend Aaron Clary, he's been doing asshole consulting for years, and he's pretty successful at it.
Yeah, I don't really want to. I don't know what anybody's asshole should be doing. Besides, don't stick it in the face of a corrections officer because you might get maced.
but yeah. Eris, is there anything you want to plug? Anything you want to promote? Are you there, Eris?
Yeah, no. Please buy my book. I don't know. Fuck.
Yeah, it's on Expat Lit.
Yeah, there'll be.
It's on
Expat Press.
$2 radio. There's no COVID in it, and there's no Uber in it.
No Uber. Good. I'm tired of those motherfuckers. But yeah, you can go check out Ruthless Little Things. You can buy that from Expat Press at expatpress.com. There will be a link in the show notes. And you can follow Eris on Twitter at twitter.com/Eris_RLT. Brian, anything you want to plug?
Just Trovo, TRVO.live, Trovo, and I'm just Bryden over there. But it looks like everybody's days are numbered over on DLive, so follow me over on the Trovo.
Oh, I would also like to
go
request
follow
everyone to send me dick pics because I spent 3 months in jail. I want dick pics.
Don't do that. Don't do that. You're opening yourself up to like a whole mess of shit. She'll stab you, so don't do that.
You know,
I mean, it sounds like extortion.
Yeah,
it sounds like blackmail.
Look, the thing is, like, I know that like anybody who does listen to this fucking podcast is some like thirsty little dumb incel or whatever who's like, hey, girls, no, don't do that shit.
Okay, for Halloween, I was an incel because I was in a cell.
Oh, boo!
But yeah, go check Bryden out on Trovo. All his links and the links to his website and stuff will be in the description. Go watch Bryden's streams. He's very funny. He's a very entertaining fellow. And of course, my website is mattforney.com, and my shit will be in the description. And that'll do it for this episode of Terror House Radio. Be sure to check in at Terror House Magazine, terrorhousemag.com every day for our latest short stories and whatnot. Our books, terrorhousepress.com, Terror House Press. You can follow our social media links in the description. And of course, you can always check out latest episodes of Terror House Radio at terrorhouseradio.com. Terror House Radio is produced by Bryden Proctor and presented by Jugs. Intro music by Meme Extremist, Illegitimate Non-Copperundum. Don't the bastards grind you down. I'm Matt Forney with Bryden Proctor and Eris, and we are out.